So how has it been teaching Think Equal in school?
Yeah. Like when I used to work with the children, there were some children who used to be very aggressive. They used to pinch each other and fight in the class, but now everything has stopped.
So there's one particular child who is more aggressive?
Yes, that's right. And also, when I was doing the spoon lesson with them, they made these spoons and they enjoyed making them.
Yeah. And was it easy for them to make it?
It was, yes.
Okay.
And one child said it's his mother, this is his mother, and they wanted to have the curly hair. So they really enjoyed this handwork. And also, I need to tell you one thing, that once when we were playing outside, one child took some sand and threw on another child. So immediately I had to get that child, tell him not to do it.
Why did that child throw sand?
Maybe they would have been running together, and I really don't know what it was. But one was very angry with another. So immediately I took them to the library and I sat with them, and I spoke about this Think Equal program. All what I said was, I just did it practically. I said we went out, the outside was a garden, that was a setting
So you
for
did
us.
the Tales toolkit?
That's right, yes.
Okay.
And then I said, who are the characters? Then some said, Auntie, the children, we, Joshua, and they mentioned the names.
Yeah.
And then I said, there was one child, I think, who was a problem. Took the sand and said, yes, Auntie, he was a problem. And then I said, okay, then who came in and asked you all? They said, you. The solution was you. So what I did was, I always make it practically. I explain everything to them, even in the class. So yesterday I saw two children were fighting for a toy, and then sadly one child who was in the group with me looked at me and said, shall we share? Can we both get together and share the toy? So things like that also. I mean, this is after the program that I see a massive improvement.
Are you seeing changes in children who are particularly have been aggressive
Yes, yes,
in the
definitely.
past?
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
What kind of changes? You mentioned one particular child who was very aggressive, who was fighting, who wasn't sharing. What kind of immediate or later changes did you see in the child after this
They
program?
have become very quiet, very calm and quiet, and they always think of the other person.
Okay.
So I take even my experiences, like when I was in grade 2, when we were playing outside, there was a pit in the garden and a child fell. So what I did was, I was just about 8 years old. I quickly ran, I took the child, I took her to the hostel, I washed her. So these things, like adding these values also into the program, I mean, they are so interested in listening to those stories. So they think, okay, if Auntie did like this, Auntie, were you in grade 2? Were you small? I mean, things like that. Auntie, can we see a photograph of yours when you were a baby? So it has affected them. I mean, in day-to-day life, in experiences, they tend to think clearly, and always feel for the other person. So
Okay.
that is the main thing that I wanted in the class.
Yeah. So you've seen, the changes you've seen while teaching the Think Equal program, has it been much faster than you expected?
Definitely, yes. And even as an adult, I'm also enjoying it. Each lesson I take a great, I enjoy it a lot
Yeah.
before I put it to the children, because
Yeah.
it's very well organized, and step by step everything is described and how we should do it.
Have you faced any difficulty in teaching the program?
No, not really. They love to make this handcrafts, and even making turning the coconut shell spoon into a doll.
Yeah.
I have made beautiful 3 dolls, so they love to play with it. They create stories, so things like that also.
So it's
we really
helping
do.
children expand their creativity
That's right. Yes.
and their expression.
That's right.
And do you feel the children are feeling more empowered?
Yes. Definitely.
So they
Yes.
become more empowered
Yes.
beings. Anything that you would you recommend other schools teach the subject?
I feel so. They should.
Yeah. And would you recommend the government of Sri Lanka to encourage schools to teach this kind
I
of
think so.
teaching?
Yes, it will help them a lot, the children. because another little boy, when I told, I mean, you should not hurt any other. We all have feelings. They know now. We all have feelings. They say, and that child was pinching himself to see whether it's hurting, and looked at me, auntie. No, it's not hurting me, so I'm not sad. so, so they're experiencing things like that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a great program.
Great. No, thank you very much for doing it. Thank you.
Thank you.